Tennessee Titans fans, it's another eventful day in the world of Tennessee Titans fans. I'm here in the recliner because it's comfy and cozy. And the Tennessee Titans are making more moves today. Already that 53-man roster that we established yesterday is already having some changes done to it. First of all, Titans pick up two guys off of waivers. Julius Wood, who is a safety, and Ali Gay, who was with the Houston Texans, of all teams. They signed them, but apparently those two guys are probably headed to the 53-man roster because of other moves that we have seen from the Titans today. First of all, cutting ties with Rashad Weaver. That's a guy that I think we kind of knew was not having the preseason that we all hoped he would. He was not quite where we had hoped he would be, especially after a couple of years ago he had that really solid season. We all had high hopes for him, and it just hasn't panned out anytime recently. So the Titans cut ties with Rashad Weaver, presumably to replace him on the 53-man roster with this Ali Gay that they picked up today on waivers. But obviously Julius Wood is probably finding a place on this roster as well, because the real shocker of today, I didn't see this coming, the Titans trade Elijah Molden to the Chargers for a late round draft pick. Whoa, that's one I didn't see coming at all, because I actually thought Molden provided a little more depth at corner, because if something were to happen at a game, Molden could play some corner if he had to, but not now, not for the Titans, because he's now headed to Los Angeles. Not like the most baffling thing I've ever seen, but it was a surprise. I didn't see that coming. And one thing I feel like we are seeing right now is Rand Carthon and this organization are chipping away at the guys that John Robinson brought in. John Robinson, the traces of his era as the GM of this team, there just aren't too many guys left. I mean, I counted it up offensively and defensively. I think I counted up 10 guys earlier, and one of those was Elijah Molden. When I put that list together, there's actually 9 guys now that are still starting on this team and regularly playing on this team that were brought in under John Robinson. There's not a whole lot of guys left from that era. And Elijah Molden is the latest. Elijah Molden and Rashad Weaver are the latest to see the door. I guess this means that Mike Brown, who made the roster, and we thought maybe, is he going to last? Is he going to be one of the first guys to go if they bring in somebody else? Evidently, Mike Brown is sticking around in that safety room. Certainly don't think he's going anywhere now. With Elijah Molden being traded and now Julius Wood coming in to round out that safety room. What I'm looking for now, still feel like the Titans need to do something about a corner. Obviously, I don't think they're going to be landing anyone that's just like a blockbuster name, but they need more depth at corner. I said this yesterday. It is not sustainable to take 4 corners to the start of the season. The only corners on the roster are Snead, Awuzie, McCreary, and Jarvis Brownlee. Obviously, you need a little more reinforcements there. So I still think that Luke Gifford, and yes, I do apologize. Yesterday I used Titans Rossi's graphic from Titan Upload Network, and it said Jack Gifford, and I just read it off. It is Luke Gifford. I think Luke Gifford is probably one of the first nominees to be cut if the Titans add somebody like a corner. John Ojokwu, probably a nominee to be cut as well. Trying to think of anybody else possibly. I've heard some people say Julius Chestnut could be a nominee. I don't think so. I think Julius Chestnut's going to be around. But definitely, I would have had Mike Brown on that list, but not anymore. I definitely think that Ojokwu and Luke Gifford would be the first nominees to go if the Titans, if and when they do sign a corner. I think they have to sign somebody. Have to bring, whether it's a veteran or whatever. As far as edge rushers, people have talked about edge rushers that the Titans could bring in. and Thomas Odukoya as well. I would throw his name in as a nominee because I still don't know if I believe that the Titans are going to take 5 tight ends to the main roster. That just doesn't, something about that. And they did have an instance today where they technically cut Nick Vanette and then re-signed him. It was like a technicality thing. I don't even understand what was going on with that. But they still have 5 tight ends right now. Cedric Gray has been put on IR. In terms of linebackers, not good that we had to put Chance Campbell on IR and now Cedric Gray, but I'm not surprised. I saw that coming. And now that we, had the big trade yesterday, I think that we're all feeling fine about that linebacker room, even though the injuries are unfortunate. But I don't know. It's the corner position, and I still don't believe we're taking 5 tight ends to the main roster. So we'll see. Also, practice squad. The practice squad has been put together today, and a lot of names that we hoped would be there are there. You've got Jabari Small. That was a name that people wanted to see, back in this organization. He's on the practice squad. That's good news. Bryce Oliver was another one. He's on the practice squad. I think Gabe Judy Lawley made it to the practice squad. Cole Spencer. Haven't heard anything. Is Kieris Jackson back? Mason Kinsey's back on the practice squad, baby. Death, taxes, Mason Kinsey. They're the only things you can rely on. Mason Kinsey on the practice squad. But a lot of guys that we wanted back are on the practice squad, so that's always good to have them there just in case. And we'll see. I think there's still some moves to come. I think the Titans technically do have an open spot on the roster right now. So that's one thing. They could add a corner and not have to get rid of anybody. So, maybe guys like Luke Gifford, Ojokwu, or Thomas Odukoya, some of these guys, maybe they're safe because there is an open spot, at least one open spot on the roster right now that could be filled by, a corner, hopefully. But we'll see. Maybe they'll take in a 6th tight end. I doubt it. Hey, I will be live with Two Tone Talk at 1 Eastern, noon Central on Friday, and I'm going to be making my predictions for every division. Who's going to win? Who's going to come in second, third, fourth? My playoff predictions. I'm going all out on Friday, so you don't want to miss that episode. And, of course, I'm going to be talking about all of this news and whatever news happens between now and then, so you don't want to miss Two Tone Talk on Friday or ever. This is an exciting time. And let's see what Rand cooks up next. I think Rand Carthon has been doing a solid job. Time will tell if these players pan out, but I think Rand Carthon's done a great job so far. As roster cuts and then new additions and all of that continues on, tighten up, everybody.